We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Washington Commanders. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. To throw right away is Howell. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's second down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Howell. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And that's a play to applaud because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived at the receiver. Big-time read, big-time play.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And Howell will throw it. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Howell's throw complete to Dotson. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll go play action. Howell. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Second and 6. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. As they run left side. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of the yard. Brings up second and 11.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. That second down play nets a -4.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Up the middle they go. It's Lane, and he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Lane. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on third down. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Delay of game penalty, ships them back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. On 4th down, Matt Ariza is sent on to punt. This will be fielded at the 17. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play. Not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Howell. Now he'll throw deep left side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Now that's a dangerous throw right there. Moving off to his right, throwing it all the way back across field to his left. I know he had a lot of confidence in his arm, but sometimes the ball can just hang up there when it goes that distance. He was fortunate it was just incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Faking the handoff, Howell. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's 2nd and 10. Howell, he'll look to throw it. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Jahan Dotson, 47 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0.
The score, Commanders 17, Seahawks nothing.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end. Now a hit and a loose football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down about the 19. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. Howell. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Walker now on 1st and 10. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On second down, it's Lane. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
A gain of 16 yards.
They run again with Walker. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Dotson in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Hands it off out of the gun. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
So here we go, 4th down. Howell. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington first down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up the 3rd and about 7 left.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing here, Howell. Eluding the pressure right. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play in this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Seahawks 7.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. Two-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Lane. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here at the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They go play action with Howell. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And now they're in the hurry-up. 2nd down. Howell back to pass. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Here's Howell. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 36-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to Walker on 1st down. Room here to run. past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, 45 yards. And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
The York on now for the extra point. He's got it, and it's now 23-14. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Give them 32 on the play. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll run on first down. Done. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 7. Howell down to throw it. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Howell on the QB sneak, trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. Howell on the QB sneak. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Cameron Curl up to make the tackle. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walker. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
And the Seahawks first down.
Running right, here's Walker. And now off to the races, down the right side. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And going right back to Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
We're getting set up for what should be a great 4th quarter. This has been a hard-hitting game because both teams have punched and counter-punched equally well. And here's a good finish to this drive. A touchdown run here late in the 3rd quarter.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
And they're on 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now, they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Well, he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards to pick up. First down, Washington.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On first down, it's done. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal? Going to work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball.
And they're going to speed things up here. On third down, done. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
Brent, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now a first carry for their fullback. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
This offense so far on third down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Howell. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Fourth down, Howell. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
They'll send one of those two tight ends in motion. And they'll run again. Try to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. And his kick is good. And it will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. And now they'll shift things around.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle.
Penalties not what they needed here. 1st and 15. From the gun, it's Walker. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Here's 2nd down.
They'll set up a throw.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
So he's unable to complete it there. Just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
Up the middle they go. Lane. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
It's gotta have it time. 4th and 9. Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. To throw. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. There he goes left side. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
So the second half comeback is now complete. They have battled from behind, taken the lead, and CD now, they just need their defense to stand up here and secure the victory.
And remember, they were trailing by double digits, fought their way back into this one. Now we find out the true definition of the team, don't we? Because one side of the ball just did its job. Now it's time for the other one to take over. Don't let them drive downfield and get the decide.
That is intercepted.
There's some time on the clock, but I still think you kick the extra point there and don't go for 2 and go for the win in that spot.
Yeah, time or no time, why not just take the 1 and even the score?
And then that way, no matter what, at least you know what you're dealing with now. It's a whole different strategy. You got to decide whether you're going to onside kick or just try and play defense and get the ball back.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Powell to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now 2nd down and a few inches. Now a handoff up the middle. It's done, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Done. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure the investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Howell. That one downfield for Dotson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Again, a good friend in football always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
A big play looming on 3rd down. Back to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this defense will take over right at midfield. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second